Hello and welcome to Section 3 of the MSP Foundation Certification Training. Section 3 is about the themes. So we have several parts in this section. Because there are 7 themes and there is an introduction to the themes, therefore we have 7 plus 1, 8 parts. We are here now in the part 1 of this Section 3, which is about understanding the MSP themes and how they are applied throughout the program. In this part 1 of Section 3, we will particularly understand the meanings of program strategy, program governance, program plans, and the Pdca cycle or the Plan, Do, Check, Act, also known as the Deming cycle of continual improvement. Section 3 has 34 marks in the exam. Of that, 3 marks are taken from part 1, the introduction to the themes. In this introductory section to the themes, we will be covering the purpose of the program strategy, the purpose of program governance, the purpose of program plans, and the Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle and its applicability to risks and issues. So in summary, strategy, governance, plans, and the cycle. And this is covered in the exam syllabus 3.1. As we see here, A, B, C, and D. We begin with the meaning of program governance. Just like organization governance is about the way in which an organization is directed and controlled, similarly, program governance is about how a program is directed and controlled, which means it is the framework of authority and accountability applied by the investing organizations to control the work of the program and ensure the creation of value by the program. These controls may be policies, processes, tools, or behaviors. Just like organizational governance at the topmost level consists of decision-making framework for the organization, performance management of the organization, risk management framework of the organization, opportunity analysis, policies, etc. for the organization. Similarly, the program governance focuses at the program level for the similar areas. The governance also applies the themes to establish the program control. Without the themes, there is no program control. The Pdca cycle. The program control environment via the themes has to be implemented effectively and continually improved. The meaning of control environment could be things such as risk analysis and management, how issues are resolved, how stakeholders are engaged, how communications is managed within the program, how information is managed, etc. The Pdca cycle or the Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle has the following meaning. The plan phase of the cycle is about understanding the situation as to how to respond or what the situation is. For example, it's about defining risk tolerances for the risk appetite or understanding the current program environment. The Do phase is about performing certain steps, such as identifying risks, prioritizing them, responding to them, or capturing, coding, and storing information, or planning certain assurance work. Note that plan can be part of the Do. The planning of assurance work, that is part of the Do phase of this cycle. Though the word plan comes in there, so in the exam, just be a little cautious about the usage of the words plan assurance work within the Do phase of this cycle. Whereas within the plan phase of this cycle, we will understand the situation and also how a response could be carried out. The check phase. This is about checking whether the actions resulted from the Do phase were successful or not. So this is about validating the results from the Do phase. And then identifying further actions is also happening here. Based on the Do phase, that is. For example, if risk governance is working okay, then check the effectiveness of the issue resolution as another action or a further action. The Act is about applying further actions, which is mainly about improving. It's about reviewing the plans once again and the initial actions and improve or revise them based on the current situation and priorities. Let us begin with question number 2. Which is the purpose of the program strategy? A, to agree and specify the end state of the program. B, To define the specific arrangements for the directing the work of the team. C. To agree and specify the future organizational structure. Or D. To ensure that MSP principles are applied throughout the life cycle. It seems that option D is the correct answer, to ensure that MSP principles are applied throughout the life cycle. So even if you didn't know if D was correct or not, because we eliminated A, B, and C, D should be the answer. However, we need to understand this. We know that principles are guiding obligations that apply continually from the first identification of programs until their closure. And a purpose of the program strategy is to ensure that the MSP principles are applied throughout the program lifecycle.